What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron, and we are gathered here for a $300 high-stakes managed league draft. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex. $300 buy-in because we updated the rankings today. And what better way to stress test the rankings than to hop into a live draft with real money on the line? Of course, if you want access to my rankings, you can find them over on Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I have them pulled up on the side here. It is the same set of rankings that I use in every single draft that I am in this offseason. I know a lot of you guys have drafts coming up here. I am honestly just pulling up my own rankings here, and then I'm also going to pull up some ADP. I'm going to pull up, honestly just ADP. We're going to lock in here. It should be a running back hungry room. I will say the number 3 spot is Crack Rock. If any of you guys are familiar with ship chasing, he is a bit of a character. And then we will get into the chat here in a second once I pull up RT Sports ADP. Their ADP is a little shaky. The interface is a little shaky, but why not? Also, of course, we dropped a running back rankings video today. If you haven't watched already, make sure to check it out after this stream. And Crack Rock gets his first pick auto-drafted there. We will see if he says something in the chat. But all right. Here we go. 3 running backs off the board. Whoa. Somebody, Crack Rock probably said something here. You all right, Crack, is what the commissioner said. All right. Everybody sit tight here. Just pulling up some ADP, some rankings to go off of. I know Dwayne has been in a draft recently. Dwayne McFarland over at Fantasy Life. I like looking at a board that has already happened because ADP is pretty shaky on this website. Perfect. All right, we are good to go. Everything is good. How is everybody in the chat? How are we doing? How is everybody? What's going on? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Crack Rock is streaming tomorrow with Ship Chasing. Hell yeah. Crack Rock is the man. Funny guy. So what's going on in here? What's going on? We got Rye Guy in here. We got Nigel in here. Said you like the late ass streams? We'll see. I'm still trying to. I'm still chasing my own tail here, trying to get back into some kind of a schedule. I think tomorrow tomorrow I'm shooting for like 9 to 10 p.m. We'll see. Because I do think that these hurt viewership a little bit. That face is still wet from washing my face, but I think this does hurt viewership a little bit. Because some of you guys are sleeping right now, but I will. Tomorrow will be a little bit more on top of it here, but it's fun, dude. We're in the middle of it. Let me know if you guys have a draft coming up, when that draft is going to be. If you've drafted already, it seems like some creators have already shifted towards week 1. Waiver wire trade type content at this point. All right, so the top 6 have gone. That's how it should be. We got J.E. in here. I saw that. I was invited into that. I just wasn't available at that time, to be honest, sadly. What do we got? We got Nathan Weaver in here. Henry, we got Pepperoni. Is it a day in August? If it is, then I'm in here. Come on, son. We got Disbanded Brotherhood. We got Jack Levins. We got Nate. Yeah, we're in the 11 spot here. As you guys can see, I mean, that's just... I don't know how to turn off it showing my name. It is what it is. Like, I wish I could run what these guys run. But also, you guys probably want to know where I'm picking anyways, so it is what it is. Ron's cursed with drafting by the turn. We've gotten what we got in the FFPC the other day with 105. Oh, there goes Nico. Okay, this is pretty running back or pretty wide receiver heavy in this room. Wow, Malik Neighbors went right there too, huh? What's this guy gonna do? Late night drafts these days? Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, I'm trying to crank it back a little bit here. No, I'm looking at a different board because that one I assume like that's not what a normal RTS board is going to look like. How many rookies is too many rookies to draft? I would say over 50% of your team is rookies. It's a little tough. What's up? What are your thoughts on taking too many rookies or young players? Is there really a thing that's too much? I don't think so, but I don't know. Like I said, like if over half of your lineup is rookies, that's not great. But I also, it's not really something I think through when I'm drafting. Super chat from Nicholas Pelosi. What's up? What's up? All right, let me skip to the top of these comments. I'm way behind right now. I'm way behind. Your draft is Sunday. Have a draft Sunday. $500 league on Monday. Yeah, it seems like we got Monday, we got Sunday. Is this guy gonna get autoed? And he goes Genty. Seems like that went down to the wire for him. Damn, he goes McCaffrey. Fuck me, man. All right. All right. That sucks. I was hoping to get one of Genty or McCaffrey, if I'm being honest with you guys. It was probably a pipe dream there. But we are going to go... We're going to go Puka. Yeah, we're going to go Puka. This is going to be a tough spot to draft in this room, I'll be honest. I was hoping for one of those running backs. Puka's my next ranked player. We could have maybe played the cute game to see if we could get Puka to come back because people are scared about the Stafford stuff, but that's where I'm at. We'll see how we play this. This is going to be a pretty wide receiver heavy team from me. I think is how we're going to go here. Imagine if CMC falls. That's what I was hoping for, man. We got it's been a long summer of being one pick away from a guy we wanted, but it's all right. You got pick 11 anyways. Some guy took Henderson at 203. How you holding up? I'm holding up all right. I appreciate you asking me, Bindles. Holding up all right. It's been a long August, but I enjoy the extra eyeballs, and I obviously know that there is, it is funny to talk like this. I know there's light at the end of the tunnel. I know I'm not going to be working all day, every day, as soon as literally next week. So it's not time to get lazy now. Some people want the big dog. There goes Amon-Ra. People wanted the sun god. Okay. Like you said, Puka for a second. No. Yeah, Puka could have came back. People have been fading, people have been fading him. But to be honest with you, like with the guys left on the board, if Genty was there, I would have taken Genty. If McCaffrey was there, I would have taken McCaffrey. But I'm Puka pretty comfortably over the rest of the board there. So need some golf content from me? I don't know, man. I'm Puka over. I have Puka as my 108. I get the Stafford back stuff, but he's good to go for week 1. I think Puka is really talented. Is Henry a fade for you? He's not a fade for me. He just never gets to a spot of the draft that I want to take him in. So I guess you could call him a fade, but I have him as my 204. So I like him in like the early second. I'm just rarely going to get him there, especially in an RT sports setup like this where it's so running back hungry. It's just not going to happen. Wow, these guys are already bleeding the fucking clock, man. And he goes Brian Thomas, man. Oh. That's annoying. You know what? All right. I wanted one. I was hoping he wouldn't go double receiver there. Damn. Okay. I'm looking at London and Achane, to be honest. I don't know. I already have so much Achane that I don't even really want Achane right now. But I'm just going to take Achane. I'll just take Achane. In a full PPR, I think that's just what that has to be. Especially in a running back hungry setup like this, yeah. But not fun. I was honestly debating, what's his name, Derrick Henry there, just because I have so much Devon Achane, and it might have been fun, but JP does not want Achane. Somebody thumbs down the stream after the Achane pick. We got confirmation today that he's playing week 1. I just continue to scoop him up, to be honest. Season's over. I bled the clock because he sniped me. And he took forever. I don't know. That was my next highest ranked player. I think at a certain point. I mean, those were... Puka and Achane were my highest ranked players in both of those spots. So we're already going to have the chat against me today? Is that what I've signed up for? I don't know. That guy going back-to-back wide receivers, I don't think, even if I went... let's say I went Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think that he probably just would have went Puka, Brian Thomas anyways. That was a brutal turn. Again, wanted one of these two. We got so close yet so far. Dude, I would say every running back is hella risky, and people were telling me to take Derrick Henry. You don't think a 32-year-old running back with like all the touches in the world isn't also inherently risky? Running backs are risky across the board. Like, that's the whole point of the legendary upside idea. I don't know. You say the big dog's built different, but in 2021, he only played 8 games. You're saying like Bucky Gentry's a really good start? I don't know. I think it's fine. I don't know. Like, you could have talked me into Drake London there, but I just know that we wanted to take a running back here. Like, we're not going to like 2 running backs picks here at the 3-4. And for most of this draft, we're not going to like the running back picks. People like this Genty Bucky thing. You can get fellas, you can get Genty Bucky in any draft you're in if you wanted it. Yeah, I mean, RB Hungry, look at this, brother. RT Sports, so this is the site we're drafting on. RT Sports, we've done a bunch of these, and running backs are just going to go really early. People aren't going to care about ADP. You just see Tyreek Hill right there. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Kamara go at the 211. I've seen Breece Hall go the 212 in these rooms. Running back is going to go early and often here, so that's I don't mind getting Achane. Tyreek went in round 4 in yours. Sounds about right. Yeah, no, that London value is sweet. I don't know. That's why, like, I tell you guys this every time, is that I continue to do. I play high volume, hoping that one day, you know, I get gifted. Dude, Dwayne McFarland the other day got gifted a CeeDee Lamb Brian Thomas Jr. start. He got CeeDee Lamb at 105, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then got Brian Thomas to fall all the way back to the 208. One time. And I don't know. I don't want to be greedy because we've definitely gotten some really nice values in drafts before. But it's why I do it. It's why I try and do volume that's... I'm going to hate myself when I have to do waivers. But the more bullets in our chamber, the more likely we get some crazy start. I'll show you guys the team. Look at this. This is what I'm praying for. This is what he got. CeeDee Lamb, Brian Thomas... Got Ted here. He got a round 6 of Emeka Egbuka, which is unheard of these days. That's why we play the game. That's why we play the game. Is to hope that can be us one day. I would say all running backs are inherently risky. Dude, Brian Thomas can disappoint, and if you're passing on Brian Thomas at the 208, then you just don't understand how this game works. Goes Bowers, Kyron goes, AJ Brown goes. I gotta cross off Tyreek from the rankings. Drake London, we already did that. All right, so I'm caught up now, I think. No, I'm not. Bucky and Chase Brown obviously off the board. All right. Our Achane bags are packed this year, man. They are. Brian Thomas Jr. peaked as a rookie. I love it, man. You guys are the best. I do love the idea. Like, I think that the single most wrong thing that I think most of the fantasy football community or just people who play fantasy in general get like misunderstand is that young players are just who they were in the previous year. Like, oh yeah, Brian Thomas peaked. It's like, you don't think he's getting better? You don't think that he's taken the entire offseason to work and get better? He was only a rookie last year playing with Mac Jones. It would be an anomaly if over Brian Thomas Jr.'s entire career that his rookie year was his best year ever. Like, he most likely outproduces that at some point. Probably beats it as soon as this year. Go look at the progression of, like, CeeDee Lamb's career or, like, you know, Devontae Adams. A.J. Brown. Even Justin Jefferson, he was, 17 points per game in his first year, then, 19, and then, 20 plus. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but I think it's one of the more misunderstood parts of the game. That you just copy and paste last year's points per game. Yep, we'll have a wide receiver rankings video up probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I got to stop getting annoyed about chat. Yeah, my chat is definitely tailored to any format where you can start 4 receivers. I would say like 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. But yeah, the main idea is 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. Dude, I'm the biggest Travis Hunter glazer of all time, and like, I don't know, guys. There goes Ladd. Good pick. Hate to see a guy take the entire clock just to make a good pick. And then I got people telling me like Mac Jones is actually better for Brian Thomas for some reason, that like he only targeted him, and it's just like you just don't have an understanding of how it works. Even if that was the case, like the efficiency that Brian Thomas showed transfers from any quarterback. But I don't know. I want to just shut up about it. No one cares. What do we got? You have over $3,000 on underdogs and Travis Hunter invested. Any scare with the Tim Patrick trade? No, man, no. If Tim Patrick is spooking you over $3,000 in Travis Hunter, I would recommend lightening up your entry fees. All right, we're gonna have to have a tough decision here at this turn. I'll be honest with everybody. This is not going to be easy. There goes Kamara. God, we're in a brutal spot in this fucking room. McBride goes, and we are up in 2 picks. And I have 2 guys I want. And if they both go, I might cry. That's all I can say. If they both go, I might cry. I truly would be scrambling. I'm going to be scrambling in this early 4th, too, to be honest. Man, this is not a fun place to draft in this room. Yeah, not a smash, but he'd still be fine if he did what he did last year. Would I recommend that guy start at the 1 spot? Not Kyron. I would probably prefer Hampton, and then I'd be fine with one of the elite quarterbacks, I think. I think in that spot, I go Hampton Lamar. Damn, he goes Travion Henderson. All right. All righty. Eric Richards, what you got? Now I have one guy I would like to draft, and if he goes, I will be scrambling. Like no one you've ever seen scramble before. Why are these rooms so RB hungry and full PPR? That's a good question. JSN goes, thank you. And I'm going to make the easiest pick of my life. Give me Kenneth Walker. Thank you. Come on down. I'm not going to waste any time. These guys want to bleed all the damn clock. Not me. Kenneth Walker. Welcome to the squadron, brother. Am I going to be featured in the Idiot League Mates vid? Yes, sir. I will be. You guys want Tetairoa McMillan here or a boomer like Mike Evans? Because Tetairoa McMillan's been getting a lot of buzz from even guys in the chat at this point. But a wide receiver 2, I like some Big Mike, but I do have a lot of Big Mike these days. Okay, and he goes Big Mike. Who knows if he's watching? Whatever. All right, so I think it's Tet here. I think it's Tet. You could talk me. Garrett Wilson is my highest ranked receiver here. Oh, do we take Garrett Wilson? I think we might take Garrett Wilson, guys. I just said I wouldn't draft him, but he is my highest ranked player here. We're really Tet over G-Dub, huh? No, I don't want Garrett. Give me no. Don't. I'm not going Garrett. I'm not going Garrett. We're gonna go Tet here. Yeah, give me Tet. So I think that we're honestly at this point sort of priced out of Tetairoa McMillan, so why not? If I didn't have Puka, I probably would have gone Devontae Adams there. I haven't drafted a Devontae team yet. But with Puka, I didn't really want to run the double stack, to be honest. They do both feel bad here, but I keep seeing guys that I respect taking Tet as high as, like, the 303. Like, Gretsch and them on chip chasing keep taking him super high. I'm not taking him there, but I have just kind of understood with Tetairoa McMillan, like, we got a couple shares early in the early 5th on FFPC, and that price just no longer exists. Yeah, that Tet price is no longer available, is kind of how it works. Actually, I want to pull up FFPC ADP on the side here. I know it's obviously tight end premium, but I'm curious. This is more boomer-centric would be this idea. Where's Tet going over there? Yeah, him and Garrett are back-to-back. His 3-4 turn picks. Yeah, that sounds about right. This team's gas. I'm having fun with this team. No, I don't think we're going to like going Puka up top and then 3 straight non-wide receivers is kind of what my thought process was. Especially with the way that tight end and quarterback get pushed in these rooms, I just didn't really want to. Like we've really seen quarterback and stuff get pushed. But I don't know. We might like the wide receiver values so much that come back that maybe I'll think back and be like, man, maybe we could have gone elite quarterback or tight end, but I gave quarterback and tight end a small thought there. It's just that quarterbacks and tight ends in these rooms go pretty late. So I'm fine waiting on both is kind of my thought process. Like, we've seen Kittle go early 5th on here. I've gotten Jalen Hurts in the middle of the 5th on this website. And with a 2 running back start like this and Puka not being like a, Chase, Lamb, Jefferson. I want to take a wide receiver here. But I don't know. There is a chance we get to the 5-6 turn here. We take 2 receivers and we're like, maybe we should have taken the elite quarterback or tight end. We'll see what comes back around. We'll see. Maybe that was a mistake. This is RT Sports. I think I probably would have been elite quarterback over Kittle if I was to think through it. I think I would have been... Honestly, I think I would have been Jalen Hurts there, but I already have a lot of Hurts. I have a lot of Daniels. I also have a good amount of Kittle, too, to be honest with you guys. That's why I wasn't really forcing it, and I figured, like, on the FFPC, you gotta kind of pay top dollar for Tet sometimes, so... I don't know. It wasn't an easy pick, I'll be honest with you guys. I was open if Henderson, like, there was no way it was going to happen in this room, but I was open to Achane, Walker, Henderson as well, which would have been fun. What do you think of Marvin Kyler? Not crazy about either of them. An unstacked Burrow in the 4th round. See, that I just can't wrap my head around that. Like, if this is how you value Burrow, you'll get him in every draft. There's Sutton. That guy's going 4 straight receivers. Kind of love to see that. My bad. Let me know if I'm breathing into the mic. I can't tell. No. This is maybe one of the biggest conceptions in fantasy football. Do not draft Charbonnet if you draft Walker. If you've sunken 3rd-round draft capital into Walker, you don't want to bet on an outcome that he gets hurt, is what it comes down to. It's a lose-lose. You either like burn your 7th-round pick because Walker was a stud, or your 3rd-round pick sucks and you get like 85% of what Kenneth Walker's ceiling was, you know? It's just something that I'm never doing. I'm still not even a fan of handcuffs because I just want somebody else's handcuff, and I just want to bet on somebody else in my league's running back going down, right? I'd rather Will Shipley than Ollie Gordon in the way that my team is built right now. But I don't know. If you are nervous and you have Saquon and you want to use like your 13th pick on Shipley, you can. I'm not, but you can. But I think using top 10 draft capital like that is not the play. But yeah, not a fan of Marv. A minute and change is filthy work. It truly is. But it's not like I'm the most innocent party of that either. Do I usually know the people I draft within these rooms? Only sometimes. Back-to-back brothers, you think? Yeah, I think you're right. I guess the Shacklefords are in here. And I guess his name being Bengals. Did he snipe his own brother on Burrow? I think that's exactly how that went down. Look at this. This guy's killing me. 2 Shacklefords, both from Cincy in the same draft room. Oh, Crack Rock is gassing me up. He's not wrong yet. Dude, his brother is a demon for that. Taking Burrow when your brother has T. I think that would be grounds for a fight. I think we would have to fight. All right, so DJ Moore and Metcalf go. Ridley off the board. James Conner off the board. George Kittle gone. See, that's how far George Kittle goes in these rooms. I don't know. Sutton gone. There goes. See, 5th round Daniels as well. That's why it's like, I don't know. I've gotten Daniels and Hurts in the 5th on this site, so taking either in the early 4th feels rough. Never that, brother. Yeah, getting your own brother with the Burrow snipe is crazy work. Perhaps. I don't know. Give him a good headlock or something, man. You gonna make a video of your home league draft with the boys? Probably not a video. I don't know. It's been tough the last couple of years to try and make content out of my home league draft, but I'm excited for it. It's next. I think it's actually. Oh no. I was gonna say it's a week from today. It's a week from yesterday. Brother number 1 sniped on T first. You think so? You might be onto something. That is hilarious. Yeah, one team name is Bengals and the other team is Cincy Slammers. That's hilarious. Not big on Marv because he just wasn't that great last year and nothing has changed. I get, like, he could definitely come and make a step forward, but even if he makes a step forward, he was like in the wide receiver 30s last year. You're still drafting him in the top 24. He could take a step forward and still not really pay off. I just don't think that the way Kyler operates meshes well with Marvin Harrison's archetype. And it doesn't seem like the offensive coordinator is going to work to give Marvin Harrison Jr. like inside-out work. It seems like he's going to have to just win as a pure X receiver on his own merit, and that's really tough to ask when your quarterback can't see over the line of scrimmage. So I don't know. It's just a really tough marriage of skill set. It's kind of what it comes down to. Worthy in round 5 is absurd, as in I don't even really know which way you're thinking there. Is it too low or too high? There goes Zay. Oh, that's somebody that likes Zay more than I do. There goes Hurts. All right. I would have taken Hurts if he came back, obviously, but there goes Pollard. I have a couple guys I like here. So Pollard goes. Who do you guys want here? Harvey, that's a great pick. Damn. All right. Fuck me, man. All right. Here's what we're going to do. All right, you guys kept asking about it in chat, but this is actually where we take Rashee Rice. I was waiting to speak on it because I didn't want to say it out loud as I am making the pick. But for me, I have Rashee Rice as a 4-5 turn pick, so getting him there I think is a pretty huge W. I have him as my 46th ranked player right now. He's going to miss the first 6 weeks. It's not going to be fun. But you guys know the way I build my wide receiver rooms, I think I'll be able to stomach it. I took Rice there thinking that maybe this guy would take the bait. His receiver room is so stacked, he would just take him, and we get the guy we wanted to come back anyways. I will be honest with you guys. I do have Travis Hunter slightly ahead of him. I have him back-to-back at this point. I have Travis Hunter 49th. I have Emeka Egbuka 50th. But because I have so much Hunter and so little Egbuka in these fucking draft rooms that if I see Egbuka round 6, I'm taking him. So that's the thing. I was playing the game there. Taking Rashee Rice, hoping that this guy, with Evans already, didn't really want to double up on Tampa receivers. And like I said, I felt like, I mean, he was probably going to double up on running backs anyways, but my mindset is that if I had that receiver room, I would take Rice and just be like, all right, I'm done at receiver, and I'll have a loaded receiver room come football playoffs. So this is a very fun start here. I'll be all right. Don't worry about me. I don't know. I like Tet and Egbuka are of course rookies, but I think they're both guys you can start right away. I do. That's the bet you're making drafting them this early. You make a good point, Boston, but again, I think I'll be all right. Like, I do think that, like, we're drafting Tet and Egbuka. They're going to be guys we start right out the gate. I think they're going to be fine out the gate. And even if not, we still got plenty of other rounds to draft less sexy picks, but more high floor in the beginning of the year. But I don't know. I just have to draft as if Puka's a stud, Achane's a stud, Walker's a stud, and just trying to hold on until Rice comes back, really. It's definitely a risky play, but I'm trying to win 500K. All right, let's get caught up here. All right, so wide receivers are starting to fly off the board. There goes Hunter. Waddle and Devontae are gone. Yeah, I try and draft on here as much as I can. Josh Gordon, what do you want about with this Devontae stuff? 6th round Devontae is fine, is what I would say. Like, yeah, that's like, this is where he should go. It's fine. I have him ranked 57, so I guess it's a little bit of a value. But he's like fine. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. Also, I didn't talk about it enough because I was so focused on getting Egbuka. But 601 Jalen Warren with Montgomery and Aaron Jones on the board is fucking bonkers. That's crazy work from that guy. And this is why 0RB gets such a bad rep. This is a bad 0RB team. It's just bad. They always fuck it up. Like, Warren at the 601 is bad. Either take Jones or Montgomery here, or take another receiver and then be done at receiver through 10. You can still, like, in 0RB, you want to make sure that your receivers are sick. You can look back at teams you've drafted in the past, and even if you start 4 receivers in the first 5 rounds, 1 or 2 of them are going to bust or get hurt, or, you know, you're going to need bye week fill-ins anyways, and make sure that wide receiver truly is your biggest strength. You kind of cut it off too early here. And again, Warren at 601, I just can't wrap my head around that. That ain't it. It doesn't mean reaching on onesies or taking bad running backs either. Like, you truly have to have a strong, like, your wide receivers need to be, of course these receivers are strong, but if you take Pacheco, and let's say you're just not a Jones and Montgomery fan, you take another receiver, and then in round 7, then you're done at receiver. But at that point, you now have 5 deep through the flex, so when bye weeks and injuries hit, you have stud receivers at all times. I hope he is watching. I think that Mike Evans snipe was intentional, and we got him back maybe with Rice. I don't think we did, but I don't know. He got me this entire time. He got fucking Brian Thomas, got Mike Evans, whatever. Fuck Province. As a Seton Hall guy, y'all suck. I was going to say Cooley's a fraud, but Cooley left you guys too. I'll stand on business till I die, man. All right, so Olave is gone now. I wouldn't say 0B is lethal. I would just say that it works. The issue is it gets such a bad rap because people just do it in a really dumb way. The people that do it, they chicken out. They don't do it well. They're just idiots about it. And then it gets a bad rap because it fails when they try it, but they didn't do it correctly, you know? All right, there goes Pearsall. All right, I got to catch up. Olave's gone. Pearsall's gone. Tyrone Tracy is gone. That's an early Tyrone Tracy. There goes Travis Kelce. Pearsall, Olave, Judy, Tyrone Tracy, David Montgomery is off the board. Aaron Jones, Devontae Smith, Waddle, Hunter. All right. We are... Do me and Frank the Tank have the same teams minus the Jets? No, I'm a Yankees fan, but I also just don't really care about baseball either, so it doesn't really count. But yeah, we're both big Prudential Center guys. Prudential Center is a arena in Newark, New Jersey that houses the Devils in Seton Hall. All right, so there goes Odunze and Golden off the board. We're seeing wide receivers fly here. We're seeing wide receivers fly. We got to think through some things here. This is not going to be an easy turn. Nah, we're hitting the Fuxy and Hall Go Rutgers. Y'all got 2 top 5 NBA draft picks and went nowhere this year? Come on, son. All that NIL money for what? All right, let's think. How are we going to play this turn? Use it all, Sinclair. Whatever you want, brother. Yep, that's how to do it. That is how you do it. So there goes Bo Nix. There you go. We can honestly think about Mahomes on this turn too if we want him. But we do have plenty of Mahomes. Again, this is not an easy turn. I'm actually kind of glad these guys are taking forever. So I don't know what I want to do. You could talk me into more wide receiver because receivers are kind of flying here. And with Rashee Rice suspension, we kind of want a receiver. Unless if you think that one of the running backs available is a better flex option. We're going to have tight ends and quarterbacks we like here as well. There goes Caleb. The issue is I don't like any of the receivers besides Jordan Addison, and we're not stacking him up with Rice. There goes Laporta. Damn, I was thinking about Bill if he got there. I would have probably taken Bill. All right, so we're in a weird spot here. If you wanted to talk me into the idea of like I'm trying to think of like I don't know, like with Rashee Rice suspended, you could talk me into a guy like Deebo Samuel in the flex. I don't really like any of the running back options in the flex. Like I'm not crazy about like J.K. Dobbins over Deebo in the flex, but if we might still like some players at the 9-10 turn that can go in our flex spot is what I'll say. This is tricky. This is tricky. Wow. All right, so Mahomes not even on the board for us. Thank you for taking. God, some of these guys piss me off. Whatever. I guess you don't have to think through. You don't have to think through stacking, but also your wide receiver room is Marvin Harrison and Travis Hunter, my guy. That's just crazy work. Wow, that sucks. All right. Thank God. All right, he goes Debo. Honestly, good pick. I have a guy who's very clear that we're going to take here, but after that, I don't know what we're going to do. Wow. All right, I don't know what we're going to do here, but we are certainly taking Tyler Warren. I haven't gotten much of him. I've wanted to have a couple teams with him, so we get Warren. All right. I'm not taking Baker here. You're going to tell me to take Baker. I'm not taking Baker. I refuse to take Baker here. I don't think we can run Addison with the him and Rashee Rice on suspension. I don't think that would be very smart of us. Oh, this sucks. Maybe we just do it and say, fuck it. Maybe we do and we just say, fuck it, man. Here's the best players available right now, guys. I realize you guys can't see many of these guys, but... There goes Dobbins. Mayfield. You take Baker. I think it has to be Addison too, Henry. I think so. I don't think running back does anything for this team, fellas. Especially these like the early burner J.K. Dobbins ETN archetype doesn't do anything for us in this team. So we're gonna go Addison, 8th round Addison. We are drafting a lot of Jordan Addison this year. We're just betting that down the stretch we're gonna have something. We're just betting that down the stretch, we're going to have a sick team. It's really just about surviving and advancing until then. I don't know. The thing is, for me, like, Diggs doesn't even give me, like, early season upside. Like, I don't know. This team is fun. But I will say it is funny with Rice and Addison. That gives me permission to probably take one more running back or one more receiver through round 10 ill-advised. Bins, I am, but I'm telling you he's coming back. That sucks. I would have taken JCM, Mahomes, or Debo on this wraparound tier if any of these three got to me. Even Laporta in round 7 is a great value too. If Laporta got to us, I would have taken him over Warren. But that's what I was thinking through. I wanted one of JCM, Mahomes, Debo on this wraparound tier. Of course, we don't get everything we want. Brother, even if QBs go in this round, I'm chilling. Like, I promise I'm chilling. No, I'm not taking Burden on this team. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, but it's why we play the game, man. Sometimes you hop in one of these rooms and you can get, something crazy. We did get a 6th-round Igbuka. I do thank the room for that. 6th-round Igbuka is cool. 311 Kenneth Walker in a running back hungry room is cool. But yeah. Why not ETN to fill the flex until Rice comes back? It's a decent shout. I just worry about ETN even in week 1. I just think now we drafted the mindset, and why I'm fine even saying Luther Burden out loud. People were like, are you going to take Luther Burden now? No. Like, this is a team where no more rookie upside. These are guys that I need that can play right away. So more of like sexless picks. I debated even taking Michael Pittman there, but Michael Pittman in the early 8th over Addison just feels so yucky. Baker over Warren was the stack there. I'm not risking missing out on Tyler Warren because you guys want me to take 7th-round Baker, man. Like, you just got to miss me. You just got to miss me with that. You just have to. This is managed, yeah. Javonte over Jordan Mason's pretty funny. Let me land this plane though, Boston. I have a couple ideas in my head right now of how we can get some early weighted production for cheap. I got a couple ideas in my head. Trust. It is pretty crazy how long. This is probably one of the. This might be the latest Jordan Mason has gone in one of these. Wow, we'll be honest with you guys. The running back rankings video is kind of ripping right now. So I do appreciate if any of you guys watched that. If any of you guys gave it a thumbs up or commented on it, thank you so much. You thought we were supposed to be hammering out BPMs? We will. Tomorrow we will. We're going to do like every other day with like underdog, then high stakes, then underdog, then high stakes. Tomorrow the plan is get up early, get a lift in, outline the wide receiver rankings video early, and not post it at 9 p.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow, the goal for tomorrow's video is to come out like 7. Then we can stream around like 9. Maybe even do like 3 or 4 BBMs. Something like that. And then maybe Friday we do a high stakes. Who knows? Because I still gotta I gotta get I gotta get some. I gotta get some volume in, man. I don't have. I'm honestly doing pretty well in terms of pacing myself in terms of high stakes volume. We got 4 RT sports. It's actually fun. I'm gonna say this out loud, and it's actually not gonna be. We're actually probably right on pace right now, to be honest, of what I'm looking at in my accounts. We got 4 RTSs. We got. This is gonna be exposing. So 4 RTSs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 FFPC. So that's 4 plus 9. That's 13. And then I got 3 on NFC. So like 16. I'm usually a guy who plays around like 20ish. So we still got a couple in the, and these aren't even ones that I've drafted yet. A lot of these are like the teams I've already listed. Some of them have had some of them I have scheduled in advance, if that makes sense. In a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, half PPR, break ties within tiers to running back, and then also think through when you are drafting, filling wide receiver through the flex plus 1 or 2 by round 10. So don't draft, what's that? Wide receiver 1, 2, flex 3, 1 or 2, so 5. So don't draft more than 5 wide receivers through round 10. Something to think about as well. Yeah, it has a lot of potential down the stretch. We just got to tread water until then is kind of what it comes down to. But we're trying to win it all is what it comes down to be honest. How do I keep up with so many managed leagues? This is my job. I'm lucky enough to be able to block out X amount of hours once a week to fucking do waivers. No, we're maxing out BBM. We're about 20 drafts away for maxing out BBM. We're going to cut it real close, but if I got to do a stream where we draft like 15 straight teams before things close, I'll do that. I don't care. Especially next week. Once people draft over this weekend and we flip towards week 1, like, I don't care. All right, so Tank is gone. Samson is gone. There goes Evan Ingram off the board. Eckler, Cup. So Eckler is gone. Cup is gone. Downs, Mason, ETN. Gone. Michael Pittman, Jacoby Myers are gone. And then also Javonte Hawkinson. I gotta scroll so far down for Javonte. All right, there he is. I consistently draft garbage teams. Good night, brother. If you will hate this team. All right, so there goes Shakir. Good pick on Shakir. Do we actually believe the Jawan Jennings IR stuff? We got to think through like week 1 style players right now, though. Trying to think through, like, no one has week 1 rankings or projections up yet. I have like ESPN projections, but they aren't great. It seems like Jennings in jeopardy to play week 1, so I don't think Jennings can work. That's why I'm saying it out loud, to be honest. Or does Jennings just request a trade and he's fine? What do you guys think, man? Week 1 players are tough. I was thinking about Eckler if he came back, but he doesn't. So now we don't really have any high floor running backs unless you consider. No, I'm not crazy about like. Looking at ESPN Week 1 projections, but they seem out of whack. There goes, okay, so we're taking round 9 Nick Chubb. All right, so there he is. Do we bet? John Lynch said the team is hopeful but not sure about Jennings in Week 1. No, Chubb got taken. I actually have a really fun idea if we can make it happen right now. But I need to figure out a backup plan right now. Is Jaden Reed still hurt? The only guys available are guys who are questionable for early season right now. Jaden Reed iffy for Week 1. Oh, you're killing me. People are saying that they wouldn't say Jaden Reed is a long shot for Week 1 just yet. Guess right now is that Jaden Reed won't play Week 1, and maybe longer, but we'll see. Started running routes a few days ago. Today was his first practice back in a walking boot, or since being in a walking boot. Still can't run routes. His Week 1's uncertain. Oh, Jaden Reed's been picked. Okay, I'm an idiot. Thank you, chat. All right, so we're flipping back to Jawad Jennings here. This guy takes all fucking day. And of course he snipes me, bro. He does it every time. Holy shit. You're trolling. Trolling me. You have 2 wide receivers, man. Oh, and Jawad Jennings got picked. All right, so we're just fucked. That's what we are. Oh, my goodness, man. All right, I'm an idiot with the Jawan. My bad with the Jawan and whatever stuff. All right. I got nothing here, guys. There's no one on my board that I'm stoked to draft here. Yeah, that was a lot of talking through guys who have already been taken. All right, so where are we at between but for me, here's I'll say it out loud. We're between Keon Coleman. You could talk me into Keon Coleman. I guess it's just Keon Coleman. I don't even like Keon Coleman. Could go, but I don't think Colston Copeland's even really a Week 1 guy. Fellas, I got nothing right here. I'll just be honest with everybody. All right, here's what we're going to do. I thought we got autoed there. I think we're just taking fucking Scatabo, man. Taking Scatabo. We need a running back. I don't know. I'm not going to focus too much on Week 1 right now. I'm just going to take best player available, and we'll figure out the rest later. I'll dare this guy in the turn take a wide receiver if he wants. This guy was going to take a running back anyways. He goes Mims. Oh, we're going Keon fucking Coleman, man. Are we actually? Let me actually see something real quick. What does Keon project for? 9.3 on ESPN. We're looking at ESPN rankings. What does Njoku project for? 9.0. What the fuck does Kraft project for? 7.6. All right, give me fucking Keon. Who does Keon even play week 1? Baltimore? We're saying shootout with fucking... I actually might just take Rashee Shaheed here. No. Now I'm being an asshole. Fine. What is ESPN of Rashee Shaheed projected for week 1? 8.9? All right, whatever. Whatever. I think Keon there's like a fine pick. I'm not out on this team. It's just I'm trying to find early season production, but I just don't think we can compromise right now. Man, we stay getting sniped with this team. Would have loved Mahomes. Would have loved Andrews. I don't think it was pivot to quarterback time. We had nothing set up. I'm trying to think of what else we could have even done there. Andrews was the only tight end that I would have been willing to flex early on. So like a winner. No, the thing is, here's the thing. I love this team. We just got to figure it out before Addison and Rice come back. That's the thing right now. We're playing with one hand behind our back until midseason. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to like let's just take best player available. I do think that it made sense to go Coleman. Like Coleman was my I did have Luther Burden and Jaden Higgins ahead of Keon Coleman, but because we're so suspension and rookie heavy already, I figured, all right, give me Coleman, who at least like, you know, I like Burden, I like Higgins, but we at least know Keon Coleman's going to run a lot of routes for a high scoring team. That's fair. I guess you could talk me into instead of Addison going like Michael Pittman, and then you come back and you don't feel pressure to take Coleman, and then that could have just been like Luther Burden. But in this room, Luther Burden might come back to 11-12, so I don't know. Yeah, over Bateman. I'm not crazy about Bateman in manage, to be honest. Look, we're trying to build super teams is really the name of the game when it comes to trying to win tournaments like this, so I'm glad we went Scatabo too. I mean, I have so much fucking Scatabo at this point, but I don't know. I was fine taking a running back there. It seems like this room completely tilted towards the week 1 guys like Chubb and Eckler here. Let me see this Dwayne draft board. When am I gonna get one of these Dwayne rooms? Okay, I guess never mind. Eckler doesn't come back. Eckler's going early, I guess, but I can't. I was never gonna take. I can't take Eckler over Addison there. I just can't. That's the issue. He's a much better option. It's just we just have to tread water for 3 weeks. Just have to tread water. That's what it has to happen here. Catch a spike week. Hit on a late round pick. We're trying to thread a needle right now. Mark Andrews would have been so fucking sick, though, man. God, that would have been sick. All right, whatever. On to the next one. We got to think about quarterback. Now we're pretty balanced. We're thinking about slanted towards week 1 production, but we can also just take whatever we want. We can take running back, receiver, really whatever at this point. Yeah, dude. And Team 9 stays sniping me, bro. Like, why Mahomes and Mark Andrews when you got two receivers, man? Like, take some receivers, dude. When both of these receivers are on bye in week 8, what are you running out there? What are you rolling out there on the court? People hate Scatabo. Anyone who doesn't like Scatabo, like, there's just no changing their mind. I just think that he's a better player than Tyron Tracy. I think that he is bigger. He can get the goal line role. He can get the pass catching role. I think he's a better pass catcher than Tyron Tracy, out of the backfield at least. Better pass protector. Better runner. And this Giants offense could be sneaky, man. Like, you can say that this offense is bad, but Dable has had plenty of good offenses in his past, and Jackson Dart has all the upside in the world. So take with that what you will, is what I would say. Rico Dowdle. All right. Some interesting names coming off the board. Where the fuck? Do I even have Dowdle ranked? I do. I have Dowdle low. All right, so let's cross off Kraft. Kraft is gone. Dowdle is gone. Braylon Allen, Joe Mixon. Braylon Allen, Joe Mixon, Trey Benson, Colston Loveland. We take Keon Coleman. Marvin Mims is off the board. All right, I think we'll be all right. I got a couple ideas. I always say that. You guys love when I say that. But I do got a couple of ideas. I do. Rashid Shaheed was one of those ideas. I will be honest with everybody. Rashid Shaheed was one of those ideas. But that's fine. Time to see what some Twitter doctors are saying about some players. Hmm. Damn, Keenan Allen was another idea. Okay. Keenan Allen was firmly on the menu if he came back. I'll be honest with everybody. Damn, all right. Ollie Gordon, good pick. Jerome Ford, good pick. I thought about Jerome Ford heavily on this team. I agree. The clocks are a little much. Yeah, Tootin's gone. It's all good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have thought about Jerome Ford there, but I don't think so. Don't think so. McMillan over Marvin Harrison Jr. is an obvious blunder. I love when you guys act like you got all the answers, man. Facts head over Marv is insane work. I suppose. There goes Darnell Mooney. I got a couple ideas here. It means, I don't know, some people love Rashee Rice in the 5th round, some people hate it. I'm trying to think through what we're going to do here. Need some early season production. Yeah, someone was saying Brian Thomas Jr. peaked. Also, Boston, you're saying it's quarterback time. I'm telling you, like, we can wait, man. Like, I don't really even feel much pressure right now. There are so many names still out there. Crack Rock is cranking purple here with Njoku. This is a good team from Crack Rock, to be honest. Yeah, he loves his tight ends, but this actually works. 2 tight ends here. Got Daniels up top. Takes 3 running backs up top, but then chills out and kind of allocates resources back towards wide receiver. Wow, a round 11 Jonnu. Round 11 Jonnu. Yeah, people were telling me that I needed to take Jaden Daniels up top. I don't feel pressure on quarterback until I think round 13, to be honest. Hey, yo, King Matt. All right, we got to look alive at this turn. We need points. I actually have one guy that I like here, and then I'm kind of scrambling after that. This guy's getting timed out. Jaden Blue. Unironically, kind of a good pick. And Njoku was actually a great pick by Crack Rock. If he came back, I would have debated it pretty heavy. All right, week 1 brain. I have one guy with week 1 brain that I can think of, but then after that, it gets pretty rough. Let's go back to ADP here for a second. If somebody takes this guy, I will be mad. There goes Tyjae Spears. That is not week 1 brain. Brian Robinson. We're making quick picks now. All right, so let's cross off Tyjae. People in the chat already saying I flew too close to the sun. I don't think that's true. There goes B-Rob. Tyjae. And then we got 2 picks until we're up. Goes Judkins. Alrighty. Judkins, huh? Y'all think he puts pen to paper or what? I don't know, man. Takes Jake Ferguson. All right, this is going to be Christian Kirk. Pretty sexless pick here, but I think Kirk makes a lot of sense in this team. If I can find the guy. Yep, there he is. I think that plays. Wow, Luther Burden is still out there. No, I can't take Luther Burden on this team, sadly. I don't think I can do Burden here, guys. I would love to, but I think I just take a running back. It can't be. It can't be with Kirk, fellas. I would love to take Burden, but it can't be. I think we might take Najee here. Najee's kind of week one brain. Or early season brain, at least a little bit. What do you guys think about that? I don't like Najee either, but like, what if they do give him a couple carries early on? I like Ray Davis, but I feel like he's just more of a pure handcuff play. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take Ray Davis. We'll just take the best player on my board, and we'll just keep it fucking pushing. We'll just keep it pushing. We'll just keep it pushing. Minus 105 to score TD on FanDuel. That's hilarious. All right, so we took Christian Kirk for some week one value. Now we have a shit ton of receivers. We have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 through the flex. Plus 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, I mean, we're trying to build out some running back depth a little bit here. We took 2 up top, so I don't really feel a ton of pressure to have a good running back stable. We are going to be thinking about quarterback on this next turn. Backup tight end, probably a little bit of a priority as well here. Yeah, that's where my head is at right now. So Goddard went. Jake Ferguson went. Is Team 9 still not? Yeah, Team 9 has not taken another wide receiver. All right, there it is. Yeah, I think Christian Kirk's a good pick for this team. I do. I think so. Like week one, we're literally going to be starting Puka, Achane, Walker, Tet, Egbuka, Warren, and then picking between Keon, Coleman, and Christian Kirk in the flex. I think we're fine. I think we're, dare I say, I think we're landing this plane. I think so. All right, so Kyler went. There goes Burden. Great pick. Jaden Higgins hasn't gone either. Jesus, man. These rooms with the wide receivers are nuts. Hit a little heavy, a little turbulence. Nothing big though. I still like this team. I think we structured it out well. I will say I might be on the clock in a slow draft. Oh, I actually checked it right in the nick of time, to be honest with you. Man, people are starting to take Harold Fannin, huh? Starting to get to the 17th round, and I'm not seeing him anymore. People are taking Coker now, too. All right. Fun time is over. I mean, Addison's only suspended for 3 games. Class go to 1 hour tomorrow. Thankfully, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still going. I'm down to 5. I'm almost done. I'll get this one out of the way too real quick. Why not? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so Kyler and Purdy go. Higgins, Bateman, Luther Burden are off the board as well. There goes Woody Marks. Higgins, Bateman, Burden. The hell do I even have these guys ranked? Bateman. Is there a night mode? Nah. I wish. Am I doing another draft? No. This is it. I'd take a shot on Torrey Horton. If there was a night mode, I'd love to use it. I don't know, unless you guys... No. See, with this guy's team, it was 0 RB. I think no, it's not 0 RB. He took Kyron. So this is actually a fine team. I feel like you guys were kind of clowning on this team. I feel like it's not terrible. I would have maybe liked a receiver over Ford. But I think it's all right. Manungai there seems early. All right, so Tillman goes. Good pick on Tillman. Damn good pick on Tillman. Ayuk off the board. Solid pick. All right, so we got to think about some running back depth pieces. There's a couple that look decent on the board. I'm not sure if you guys can hear my dog snoring right now, but she is going crazy. Yeah, Crack Rock's team is nice. This is a very good team from Crack Rock. This guy takes it down to the last second every fucking time. Sinclair, buddy. Sinclair, buddy. All right. This is an interesting question. Would you have taken Chase Brown ahead of Achane in that spot? No, I mean I took Achane over Chase Brown in that spot. Put my money where my mouth is, if you will. So there goes Hopkins. Let's see. I am debating, like, what do you guys think about, like, I don't think it's super smart with Addison. I mean, it's either smart with Addison or dumb with Addison, but going Adam Thielen with the Viking stuff today, I can play Thielen, and then once Addison comes back, I can relegate Thielen back to the bench. It's not a terrible idea. Holy shit, fellas. We're in the 13th round going down to double zeros. All right, there goes Rachaad White. Hate to be that guy, but goddamn. All right, so what I think I'm working with here, fellas, why Kirk over Higgins? I went Kirk over Higgins simply because we have two rookies in Tet and Igbuka, and then we have Addison and Rice, and we just need early season production here. So I'll just be honest with you guys, thinking out loud. We have a lot of quarterback options still out there that I feel good about. We could try to stack them if we'd like to. The players I'm thinking through. It's just like running back depth. You could just talk me into a random running back like a Will Shipley and just keep on stacking running back depth. Somebody got their fucking pick reversed in fucking round 13. All right. I've been there before, I guess. So what am I trying to say? Here are my options, guys. Here are my options. I'll say them out loud because I don't really care at this point. Adam Thielen. Actually, I'm waiting. All you're going to get is Adam Thielen. All right, there goes Marquise. So Stroud is gone. So there goes Caleb. I think I'm going to veto the that idea. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to take Drake May. And then here's what we're going to do. You can talk me into a running back here, but I think we probably need a receiver just to get some more flex options. Right now, every running back you draft isn't really going to be a real flex option. Damn, I can't really find anywhere to put my face. I don't know. Actually, no. Never. Okay, we got space. He goes Trevor Lawrence. I'm glad we went May. I don't know what. I guess Trevor Lawrence does something for his team. All right. So here's what we're thinking through, fellas. We're thinking through Adam Thielen. And then I have two other guys that I'm going to name here in a second. Because I have a suspicion this guy's been watching the stream, so I just don't. I'm just going to, I don't know. It'd be pretty shocking if he was. He was Denver defense. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Thielen, Jalen Coker, Demario Douglas. Discuss. Probably has to be Demario Douglas or Jalen Coker. Coker obviously has all the hype in the world right now. But we do have Tetairoa McMillan. Demario Douglas does complete a stack. We're going Coker, actually. We're doing the Coke heads. I've already sold myself. Did he get drafted? No. Yeah, give me Coker. Give me Coker. I'm sorry to open it up to questions, but I get Coker matches the stack, but like also, or no, Douglas does, but also I just think Coker's better. So, all right. I think now we're like pretty much done at receiver. I know I say that 14 times every time we draft, but like this is truly it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. The rest of these, we don't need to have a kicker in defense, but the rest of these are going to be probably a backup quarterback, a backup tight end, backup quarterback, backup tight end, some running back depth. I guess honestly we could, if Demario Douglas or Thielen came back, I'd probably entertain them. I don't think they do come back, but no, Bryce Young is best ball brain unless things fold exactly right for us here. Or actually not exactly right, but like horribly wrong would be the word actually. JJ McCarthy goes, okay, so that sucks. I was hoping that McCarthy could maybe come back, but I'd rather unstacked Drake May than stacked McCarthy is my stance there. Oh, I've been a cokehead. I will say, fellas, it's getting late as hell. There goes Demario Douglas. Good pick. I think we probably make one more turn, and then to be honest with you, like these are just so much like we are just taking the last round picks. I might honestly just set a fat queue and then go to bed because it is getting late, and these take so fucking long, man. That I don't know. It's a lot of dead air right now. There's really not a ton to cover at the end here. I'm losing a little bit of steam, but yeah, we'll probably do this next turn. We'll lock those in, and then I'll finish the rest from my bedroom if I'm being honest with you guys. It's just like we're waiting a minute 15 per pick. These guys are fucking timing out in the 14th round here. It pisses me off. I don't know. RT Sports is good. I like the site. They're good people. Like I've talked to them before. They invited me to the creator draft they did earlier tonight, but minute 15 we're like, dude, this guy fucking Shackelford is taken down to the last 10th of a second in the 14th round here. It's killing me. Fucking Shackelford, man. So Bryce Young actually gets drafted there. I mean, I'm taking Rashee in the 5th, but I get some people are opposed to it. Yeah, that's Pat Bryant at wide receiver 3. Godspeed. There goes Tesla. Good pick, brother. Najee Harris still hanging out there. That's what I'm saying. I think we've sort of mastered the art of playing quarterback well in these rooms. Still mad about this Mahomes snipe, though. Annoying as hell. This Mahomes snipe sucked. This Andrews snipe sucked. The JCM Mahomes Debo snipes sucked. Whatever. It is what it is. No, you don't have to draft defense kicker in this league, but it also just means more work for you the Saturday night before the Sunday games. There goes Kyle Williams. Good pick. There goes Corum. Good pick. Yeah, that's a great Tesla pick by Crack Rock as well. What do you think the target distribution looks like with both Worthy and Rice on the field? It's tough to say. I think it really just depends on how good Worthy looks in those first 6 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to draft kicker defense on this team. I'll probably slam a bunch of running backs, but I don't know. We're so close to the season now. But I also do like the idea of all of those lottery tickets, if you will. Damn, Keon Mitchell goes. God. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Mahomes like projects better than than Baker as well. Like, I don't know. I really do think that last year was just an outlier for Baker, just in terms of rushing, in terms of touchdowns. Like, I would just be shocked if he repeated anything close to that. Who's available out here? The top 300. We'll say I was hoping for. I really wanted Keaton Mitchell to come back, or Will Shipley. Okay, so now we're getting pretty rough at running back in terms of just like late round flyer options, which you guys know it means it's time for one thing and one thing only. I think Najee is still out there. No, Najee had to have gone. What am I on about? Yeah, Najee went right here to the guy with 3 receivers through round 14. Beautiful stuff. Did you trade Puka for Achane? No, sir. Damn, he goes Hunter Henry. That's what I was hoping in my back pocket as a stack for fucking Drake May. You're trolling me. What tight ends are available to be my backup? Wow. All right, man. Yeah, these drafts do take a while. The high stakes ones especially take a while, I'll be honest. Like even the FFPC ones, I was looking at like how long these run when I stream these. They are not short. But yeah, I'm probably, when I do the RT Sports ones, I'm probably going to start just doing fucking, I don't know. That's what I'm going to do here. We're going to get to this round 15, 16 turn. I'm just going to dip out of here, man. They take too long. Gunna album do you like? I haven't listened, dude. I honestly don't listen to new music very much at all. There goes Jordan Love. All right, I have 2 guys I'd like here. I'm more of a Morgan Wallen guy. Actually, I don't mind Morgan Wallen, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't mind Gunna either, but I just don't really listen to. I don't know. I can't remember the last time an album came out and I listened to it. We got Ricky Turbo in here. Yeah, let me know. Give me some questions in here, fellas. I'm just trying to fill dead air until these are done. Yeah, that's fair. I probably won't do a damn Dalton Kincaid goes. God. Man, I wanted Hunter Henry, dude. Why did you have to go Hunter Henry? Why? And then Kyle Pitts goes. All right, so now we're looking pretty rough at tight end, fellas. I'll be honest. Now we are looking pretty rough at tight end there. Probably should have done Drake May, Hunter Henry, but Coker wasn't coming back. Seton Hall back? No. No, Seton Hall is so fucking ass, man. And NIL has killed us. NIL has killed us bad. Oh, this guy went Adam Thielen. What do you got, Eric Richards? Let's see. I guess you could talk me into Brandon Strange. Like, I guess Brandon Strange would be my next highest ranked tight end. But I don't really want to. Eagles goes. You know what we're going to do, man? For Henry Mudo? Brendan Aubrey in round 15, I think, feels good. I think that's a good pick. We're taking Aubrey, guys. I don't know if you guys are going to like that, but we're taking Brett. Dude, I think Aubrey here is actually a sick pick. And we're going to do, we need those points early on, guys. We need those points early on, too. Come on. Come on. We need some points early on. Give me that. That's a W. That's a W. Henry Mudo, come on. Brandon Aubrey in the 15th? In this economy? So I know he was going tight end. We're going to take a backup Justin Herbert here. Feel really good about this quarterback room. It's unstacked, but whatever. But all right. That's all I'm going to do. I can't do this minute 15 clock in round 16 at 12:48 a.m. There's just no way. So I am going to figure out what I'm going to do in terms of defense, running back, backup tight end here from my bed. I appreciate everyone out here that watched, stuck through it. I hope tomorrow. We're trying to get back on schedule here. Stop posting videos at 9, streaming at 11. Tomorrow, look out for your video. I'm hoping to get back to. We'll post around 7. We'll stream around 9. We'll do a bunch of BBMs tomorrow, probably like 2 to 3 on stream. Check back tomorrow. Here's the final team. I'll give you. It's like the final-ish team, but I like it. It's definitely very risky, but again, it's a tournament where I'm trying to win $500,000. It is Puka, Achane, Kenneth Walker, Tetairoa, McMillan, Rashee Rice, Emeka Egbuka, Tyler Warren at tight end, Jordan Addison, Scatabo, Keon Coleman, Christian Kirk, Ray Davis, Drake May, Jalen Coker, Brandon Aubrey, Justin Herbert. We're going to be light at first, right? McMillan and Egbuka as rookies. Maybe it takes a second for them to kick into high gear. Rashee Rice, Addison start on suspension early on, but I do think that we made up for it with I think Christian Kirk we can start early. I think Jalen Coker we could even start early-ish. I think Brendan Aubrey at kicker is going to serve us very well here. So that is the squad. Thank you guys for hanging out. Again, I like to run these up when I do Patreon updates. So if you have a draft coming up, I did just get a rankings update fresh off the press for you guys. Patreon.com/Ron Stewart for my top 200 cheat sheet rankings with tiers, target rounds, targets, fades for every single player. But you can find that in the description and the comment section down below, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. But if you are good to go, make sure you subscribe, you leave a like, and go watch the video I just posted. I went through my top 50 running back rankings for fantasy football. Go watch it. As always, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one.